When people think of Nazi scientists, names like Josef Mengele come to mind, the angel of death, the monster in a white coat. But history has a way of being selective about which monsters it remembers. There was a man on the other side of the world doing things that, by any honest measure, were just as horrific. Most people have never heard of him. His name was Shiro Ishii, and he died a free man. The brilliant monster? Ishii was not a lunatic fringe figure. He was, by every conventional measure, exceptional. Educated, decorated, regarded as brilliant by his peers and superiors throughout his career. He joined the Imperial Japanese Army as a physician, distinguished himself, and was sent for advanced study at Kyoto Imperial University. He rose steadily, impressively, on the strength of a genuinely formidable mind, which makes what he did with that mind all the more difficult to sit with. During World War II, Ishii was placed in command of Unit 731, officially a research and development unit of the Imperial Army, stationed in occupied Manchuria. What happened inside its walls was, for decades, one of the most suppressed chapters of the entire war. What Unit 731 actually did. The clinical term for what Ishii's unit practiced is human experimentation. But that phrase is too clean, too sterile, for what it actually was. Prisoners, Chinese civilians, Soviet soldiers, Korean laborers, political dissidents, men, women, and children were used as test subjects, not metaphorically, literally used the way a laboratory uses a petri dish, except that petri dishes are not conscious and capable of suffering. The experiments included infecting people with syphilis, plague, cholera, and typhoid, then cutting them open while still alive and fully conscious, without anesthesia, to observe the progression of disease in living tissue in real time. This is called vivisection. It is a practice normally reserved for animals. Unit 731 performed it on human beings as routine procedure. Beyond vivisection, the unit's documented experiments included placing prisoners in low-pressure chambers until their eyes ruptured from their skulls, spinning people in centrifuges until they died, freezing infants, some as young as 3 days old, to study hypothermia, injecting animal blood into human subjects, depriving prisoners of food and water, and recording the timeline of their deaths, testing flamethrowers, grenades, and biological weapons on living people, removing organs, not for any therapeutic purpose, but to observe what the body did without them, connecting a prisoner's esophagus directly to their intestines after removing the stomach entirely. In total, an estimated 10,000 people were killed inside Unit 731's facilities. Up to 20,000 were experimented upon. The biological weapons the unit developed and deployed against civilian populations are believed to have killed as many as 500,000 people. It bears noting, even Nazi Germany, which was not squeamish about violence, did not deploy chemical or biological weapons against military or civilian targets in open warfare. The only nation to do so in World War II was Japan. Unit 731 was the engine behind it.